Scientists believe that each plant has its own purpose. Maybe you have been instructed so far that every plant cures some diseases? I was too, but I remain curious to find out I was wrong. And all the time I was watching which plant can bring me health. And not that an ordinary plant can have serious consequences. So serious that a cup of tea would not be sweet at all. And this is your time to be curious. Enjoy. One of these plants is Aconitum. Most of these species are extremely poisonous and must be dealt with very carefully. Marked symptoms may appear almost immediately, usually not later than 1 hour, and with large doses death is almost instantaneous. But you don't have to worry, it's only in higher doses. Aconite contains a strong, fast-acting poison that causes severe side effects such as nausea, vomiting, pupil dilation, weakness or inability to move, sweating, breathing problems, heart problems, and death. Agar Tina altissima, also known as white snakeroot, richweed, or white sanicle, is a poisonous perennial herb in the family Asteraceae. Plants are upright or sometimes ascending, growing to 1.5 meters tall, producing single or multi-stemmed clumps in mid to late summer and fall. White snakeroot contains the toxin trimetol. When the plants are consumed by cattle, the meat and milk become contaminated with the toxin. When milk or meat containing the toxin is consumed, the poison is passed on to humans. If consumed in large enough quantities, it can cause trimetol poisoning in humans. The poisoning is also called milk sickness. Even if you dry this plant, the poison increases by 80%. And after 5 years it stays the same. Taxus piccata is a species of evergreen tree in the family Taxaceae, native to Western, Central and Southern Europe, Northwest Africa, Northern Iran, and Southwest Asia. It is the tree originally known as European yew. Yews are small to medium-sized evergreen trees, growing 10 to 20 meters. But it's not that something terrible. The entire yew bush is poisonous, with the exception of the aril, the red flesh of the berry covering the seed. Basically, very beautiful plants, but dangerous to consume. Ricinus communis, the castor bean or castor oil plant, is a species of perennial flowering plant in the spurge family. According to the Guinness World Records, this is the world's most poisonous common plant. Symptoms of overdosing on ricin, which can include nausea, diarrhea, tachycardia, hypotension and seizures, persist for up to a week. Atropa belladonna, commonly known as belladonna or deadly nightshade, is a poisonous perennial herbaceous plant in the nightshade family Solanaceae. The berries pose the greatest danger to children because they look attractive and have a somewhat sweet taste. The root of the plant is generally the most toxic part, though this can vary from one specimen to another. Belladonna is one of the most toxic plants known, and its use by mouth increases risk in numerous clinical conditions, such as complications of pregnancy, cardiovascular diseases, gastrointestinal disorders, and psychiatric disorders. Water hemlock is the most violently toxic plant that grows in North America. Water hemlock grows in wet seepage areas of meadows, pastures, and in streams. It reaches a height of 0.5 to 1.0 meters. The plant is a perennial in the carrot family. The plant is poisonous at all stages of development and is most toxic in the spring. Poisonings typically result from ingestions, however, cyclotoxin also may be absorbed through the skin. And there is a fun fact: the death of Socrates in 399 BCE, as reported by Plato in the Phaedo, is usually attributed to poisoning with common hemlock. Narium oleander is the last plant for today. It usually grows from 2 to 6 meters. And to be clear, the death rate is extremely low. But in any case it is extremely poisonous and dangerous to animals. Narium contains several toxic compounds, and it has historically been considered a poisonous plant. And again, thank you for watching. We wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Curiosity Team.